Hello everybody and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, as you can see behind me, I'm sure you haven't seen this vehicle before, but this is one of our family daily drivers. This is a 2018 BMW X1 and it has not been very well taken care of, and the brakes have 100,000 miles on them, so today I'm going to be replacing the brakes along with the suspension and many other things in a video down the road. I just got this shipment from R1 Concepts. 2 boxes of brake pads. First off, this is the ceramic European series brake pads from R1 Concepts. And another box, I'm assuming that's front and rear. Now I got rotors for all 4 corners. Oh, that's heavy, baby. Oh, that's so heavy. It's gotta be for the fronts. Oh. And they sent us some, I believe these are, it says disc brake hardware. They gave us some disc brake hardware, which is great because sometimes bolts are torque to yield, so you don't want to reuse those. And then I also got brake sensors because the sensors, once the brake pads go low, the sensors kind of break because they, once they realize that they need to be changed, then you also have to replace a sensor. They're not super expensive at all, but we do have to replace the sensors, so this came with those. All right, from R1 Concepts, these ceramic European series, they are basically an upgraded version of the OEM brakes you can get. So I always choose companies and brakes based off of what I use the vehicle for. If you guys have a stock or slightly upgraded vehicle, I highly recommend R1 Concepts because it's an improved version from OEM parts. So you don't just buy like random parts from your local auto store. You can get a upgraded version that makes you stop faster than OEM brakes do. They also offer a better performing rotor, like they're slotted and drilled rotors. These look so sweet. Wow. And these ones actually look like they're coated, which is great because a lot of brakes that you get from your auto parts store are not coated. And same with my big brake upgrades on my track cars. They don't need to be coated because they don't go through lots of different weather conditions. They're only for track use. So R1 Concepts, they coat them so these hopefully will not rust like the stock brakes did. They were covered in grime and rust and they don't look that great behind the wheel. So these are coated, they will stay protected. Once these are on the car and you drive them for a while, they will smoke up a bit because it'll burn off the coating on the surface of the rotor. But these also prevent it from rusting in the packaging if you guys take a while to install them like I usually do. These brakes are huge and I'm super excited to get these installed on the car. This is my first time touching the X1. And if you guys are looking to get R1 Concept brakes, go check out their website. You can put in your vehicle, so you don't need to know all the details on what brakes you need. And once you put your vehicle in, it'll list a variety of brakes and what you use your vehicle for and what you're looking for and all the options that they offer. So go check that out on their website. They are great and they ship super fast. So it's amazing if you need brakes quickly and you want a slight improvement over your stock setup. the caliper bolts on like the slide pin area is a 14 millimeter, so I'm gonna undo those. And then the other ones that are holding the bracket to the hub are 18 millimeters. So grab those sizes. Oh, this car is going by so easy, thankfully. All these bolts are coming unloose. Everything's sliding off easy. It's a good day. So these bolts on the back, you have to hold the nut that's on this boot side. And I use pliers because none of my tools fit because it's so skinny. Because it doesn't take a lot of pressure once you break it loose. And then just loosen the back and then the whole thing will slide out. Otherwise you'll be sitting here forever trying to get off the back bolt and it'll just keep spinning on you and not actually becoming undone. Hey, and those easily came out. They look like this. They look like these bolts to release the caliper. I believe these are the ones in the kit that are brand new, so we will be completely replacing these with the brand new ones from R1 Concepts. All right, now I'm gonna undo the 18 millimeter caliper bracket bolts, but I guess first I'll move this caliper off of the bracket. It should just slide off. You can wiggle it back and forth to compress the brake piston a little bit if it's not moving. And then place it somewhere that it will not fall. And don't rest it on the rotor because we'll be taking that off. And then I just get a pry bar because my fingers are not that strong and just pry those brake pads away from the rotor. Get those old guys out of there. They're not too bad. They actually have a little bit of life left in them, but thankfully it's not just switching out the parts. We are upgrading to the R1, so it doesn't matter either way. I am going to loosen up this caliper bracket because we have to take this off, obviously, to get the rotor off. Sweet, and now the caliper bracket is off. I'm gonna put this to the side for now. And try to organize your bolts in a way that you don't lose them, because that would not be fun. All right, now I gotta find the little torque bit size to get this little rotor screw off. There's always like one screw that holds on the rotor, so undo that, and we're gonna hope that it comes off and I don't have to sit here and drill it for hours like I did on my Civic. But so far I haven't had any issues, like no bolts stuck, so putting good energy into this. All right, I found a size. The first one I picked fit absolutely perfect. It's a Hex 6, and we'll see this thing. Oh my gosh, I got so lucky. It's a good day. Great day in the garage. Woo! Probably will be reusing that little bolt and then this thing. Wow, that was the easiest job ever. So bummed. It's pretty rusted on the inside, but the rotor itself is fine. It actually doesn't look that bad, but we're upgrading to drilled and slotted, so it'll be way better. I'm gonna hit up that other side of the car and get this rotor off as well. Yeah. Yay! Oh, and she slid off with ease. And that's number 2 in the front. All right, let's get this guy on. All right, I threw some thread locker on the caliper bracket bolts, and I'm gonna slide this guy right on in. That concludes the fronts. That was one of the easiest brake jobs I've ever did with 0 difficulties on the car. This car loves me because I'm actually fixing her. For the rears, it may seem like I rushed through it a little bit, but if you guys are curious on that exact installation process, you guys can check out my other R1 Concepts YouTube video with my Civics, since those are actually identical in the rear with the way the e-brake system works. So I will link that video up here, so be sure to go check out that video if you guys want a detailed video on that installation process, because there's a 20-minute video on it. So since installing these brakes, I have driven the car a few hundred miles, and I was sure to break in the pads and rotors on the road, so make sure to set those in properly. And I also reset the settings on the vehicle so that there's no flashing light on my dash while I'm driving the car. And the reason I chose R1 Concepts for this car in particular is because I did not like the way the brakes felt with this car. Whenever I came up to a light, the brakes started pushing through. After I came to a full stop, the car would keep rolling and I'd have to keep adding pressure. It was just very aggressive in all of the wrong ways. So R1 Concepts, they're not a direct OEM replacement, but they are like an upgrade for an OEM vehicle. So it's absolutely perfect because I upgraded the X1 with the slotted and drilled, the high-end rotors and pads that are made for a Euro car. And the car finally stops exactly how I want it. It's smooth, the vehicle doesn't press through it, it's absolutely perfect. If you guys are interested in any R1 Concepts brakes for your own vehicle, be sure to go check out all the brake systems that they have on their website, and you guys can go replace your OEM brakes on your vehicle and upgrade to the R1 Concepts brakes. I love them. I've ran them on the Camaro, Civic, and now this X1, and hopefully many more. But if you guys have any questions about this installation process or anything at all, feel free to leave them down below in the comments, and I will try to get back to every single one of you. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all have an amazing day or night, whatever time it is, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.